Okay, we're just gonna get right into this sketchbook because I hate doing video intros or even greeting people in real life. So we're just gonna start. This is sketchbook number 24, and I was working on it in the middle of 2024, mostly the summer. This I know this was around the time that I was graduating college after about 6 years in school, and so this is sort of a collection of stuff that I gathered mostly over pride and just existing in life. I attempted to start the sketchbook a few times over the years, and I only finally redid it and finished it around this time, and I was really quite happy because I'm also attempting to no buy on art supplies, especially sketchbooks, because I have a backlog of sketchbooks that I want to get through because I just don't think I should be wasting stuff I own. So this is vent art from actually way before I started the sketchbook. It was like December 2022, I think. Maybe 2023. But I just have a lot of teeth issues, so I was venting and making art about my teeth and how I feel like people look at them. And then initially I was going to cover up this page of art I didn't like anymore with like something serious and a real like attempt. But then I just started thinking about like when you would smash paint together the pages as a child, and I was like, I kind of want to do that. And then this kind of turned out to look like an egg or a tornado vignette. So I really like it. I might scan it and do something with it as like a background. Some more cover-ups, so it was like kind of just some thoughtless doodles in a similar color scheme with like the Artex acrylic markers. And then here, the writing is really not my best because I was not in the right headspace, but the art was kind of the setting for a painting idea I'm working on of my family's house from memory and like how I see it in my mind's eye, even though this is like a viewpoint I've never gotten of my own home. And then this is an old self-portrait, and this is a self-portrait done at the exact time of this sketchbook. I really like this art of myself. I want to have this energy more in my art again. This is also old art, and this is one of the first Izzy hands I ever drew. Izzy, my wife, I miss you. My wife. Sorry. And then this is art sort of inspired by Pigeon Doll's like shorts designing outfits on color block figures. Doll outfit designs, I believe. I really like his art. Their art, I don't know. And I just love to watch and take inspiration, I guess. Some doodles, because as is typical, I'm on Tumblr. Tumblr's obsessed with cave art. And I had cave art on the mind because of that. And here's where we get back into my ghost comic from many sketchbooks ago. Because I start to seriously explore it at this point, and I continue to do so throughout the next 10 sketchbooks, and I'm continuing, even now. But this is my OC. I am not fully decided on her name, but she is the main character of my ghost comic, and I've figured out her personality and what drives her, but I haven't really figured out, like, much of a plot yet. And then I'm exploring character designs for the two side main characters that will join her adventures. I really like this art, even though these two designs are redundant at this point. I figured out, like, the basics of their design and characterizations to, like, balance out tone and, like, fulfill more than just, like, the types of personalities I like to write. I want more depth to a cast of characters. And then some angel art doodles, because sometimes I just get high and I have fun with art. I take some supplies and I do whatever. Some more self-portraits. More of that smashing paint. This doesn't really look like anything in particular to me. I've never subscribed to a Rorschach test or whatever. Maybe that's how you know I'm autistic, but whatever. I love this spread because this is also a piece of art that's captured a specific constant thought in my brain, built from, like, years of being in the car on highways. I've probably spent more of my life in cars than I have, like, on solid ground at this point. My family constantly travels. So this is just, like, that, specifically Tennessee, the hilly regions where you're on the side and you can see out into all of these trees. And then some Southern Gothic stuff, because I'm always on that Southern Gothic train. Kids always be on that Southern Gothic train these days. This is me drawing, I believe, a house from Pinterest, but it wasn't an actual house. It was like one of those toy model houses, or maybe not a toy, but a model house. And I'm just trying to get practice drawing houses because I'm really bad with structures and, like, imagining structures. Some doodles. I was thinking about scanning my handwriting, but I don't know about that. Art in similar color schemes. I believe I was trying to use up some leftover paint. And then here is my Pride spread. I had a lot of fun at Pride this year. Last year, really. I'm gonna have to censor quite a few things on this page because local ephemera. But I had fun. For once, I really, like, looked around me at the booths and I was like, you know, there's so many more people here than you really think about. Some art I'll have to censor as well, just because YouTube rules. But you know, exploring my characters. Doodles. I'm always imagining myself making more zines again. Exploring ideas I've had on my lists forever. And I'm only just now getting around to actually doing that. But, you know, life comes in waves. Reference practice. Gestural practice. This is only sort of my ashtray that I have thrown away because I am no longer smoking. I live in an apartment building that doesn't allow you to smoke inside. And you may say, you shouldn't have smoked inside anyways. My previous apartment building allowed it, and that is simply the case. But I don't smoke anymore. Self-portraits, but like cartoonified more. Can you tell I'm a little self-obsessed? I like to draw myself a lot. These are stamps I made to practice, and I did really like the font that I created, but as you can see, it is backwards. I could still probably scan it in and turn it around, but I also really love this page because I just fucking love beets. I'm obsessed with beets, pickled beets. I could put it in every food and it would change. It did change my life. I love beets. I kind of got in the mood to do a 3-marker challenge, but like casually, so I did like little designs. Kind of like different eras of the same character. I got a sketch box, and these watercolors came in it. I think towards the end of the sketchbook, I was just ideating and using references to ideate, because I know these 2 pictures were referenced from Pinterest but turned into my OCs, and I really like them a lot. Reference of my own photos, but I really dislike this one a lot. This one I'm not too mad at, but like, my eyes are very, a lot. More stamp testing. As you can see, Serena is sort of a placeholder name for her. I don't really like the name because I feel it doesn't fit her or her background and her, like, general history. but for the most part, some of this is like defunct. And then some other characters. This character is a different is an OC that I'm like slightly shifting the design of to be less close to her, but like, and more interesting for what I want to do with this character. And this is a different character that was in the original iteration of the Ghost comic. And I don't know if he'll be in this one, which is sad. But he's a little ghost boy. He should be in it, but he might not be a main character anymore. Pinterest cats. The Przewalski horse. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. That was a bit of a rolled R that I don't know if it's even in there. But I love a Przewalski horse. They're incredible. Incredible. And then this is a doodle I made in the waiting room of my mother's doctor. And I was also making notes that same day on the house and the map of the novel I'm working on and really enjoying working on. It's one of my favorite projects. The Ghost comic is for fun, but this novel I'm very serious about. Some hand tattoo ideas, like conceptually I would definitely want the back of the hand to be designed by the artist, but these simple stars on the middle joint are exactly what I want. I want them so bad, but I am putting it off. Well, not putting it off. I am letting myself think about it for a few years before I get permanent ink on my hands, especially when I know the hand is very painful. Sort of lore concepts for the supernatural world of the Ghost comic, but we don't even know if we'll be getting there. And then the end of this sketchbook. I fucking loved this sketchbook. I thought it was so much fun, which is why I drew my OC at the end. Whenever I'm having fun, I like actually enjoy drawing my OCs. And then, yeah, I got a little cinema roll. Squishmallow. Nothing interesting in there. And then let's hear it for the back of the dress, the back of the sketchbook. And that was sketchbook number 24. Hopefully number 25 will be on its way soon. I actually have a backlog of sketchbooks, I believe, up to like number 30. And I'm hoping to have a lot of fun recording the rest of them. Bye!